All right, here we go. I think we are live over here on DevCycle's Twitch channel. Hey, everybody. I'm Andrew. This is Will. We're
What's up,
here
y'all?
streaming a little crossover DevCycle OneSignal stream. We are streaming everywhere right now. I have no idea actually where we are streaming right now, what's actually working, but it'll somewhere on the internet. This stream is happening. How's it going, Will?
Going pretty good. Just getting back into work mode. I just came back from the grocery store, enjoying the nice cool weather here in Texas.
So has grocery prices like hit Texas as hard as everywhere else? Like are things just through the roof?
Groceries are expensive, but like I don't really spend money on anything else. So.
Fair enough. Eat well and go on vacations. That's really really it.
Yeah. Today's grocery bill wasn't too bad. It's only $100, which these days I think $100 is like nothing for groceries.
Yeah,
you probably
100
spend that
bucks.
in gas just to get to the grocery store these days.
Yeah, it's funny. I remember years ago, I would go to the grocery store and would like spend $200, and I'd be like, "This is too much. This is way too much. Should never spend this amount of money." And now it's like, if you go for a trip and you spend less than three figures, you're like, "Yeah, this is good."
Yeah.
I got
Funny
treated.
how that works.
I got treated when I was in. I find the UK is really interesting because it looks super cheap. You're like, oh, it's only like £2 for this thing, and then you do the Canadian.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're in Canada. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's just wild. It's like I spent. What did I do? I spent like $10 on a burger, and it turned out to be like 25. And I was like, this is silly. This is
I
silly.
had an experience like that when I was in Oman, because they use OMR and the conversion rate is 2.7 or 3.0 to a dollar.
Whoa.
So it's like you'll see something, it'll say $3 or three real, and if you're not thinking about it, that's like $10, and typically it's like for a piece of fruit. So I remember going to the grocery store and getting like some strawberries and whatever. It was 15 real in my mind. I'm just whatever. I was like, when I saw the conversions, I was like, I got 6 pieces of fruit. That was $45. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, but it's good. I mean, listen, hey, and now everybody's paying that much money for groceries. They just had all of the major CEOs of all of the grocery companies in Canada went to like Parliament Hill to talk with like the government to like talk about how they're going to figure out how to fix groceries by the end of October.
Well, good luck. Hopefully.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know if that could be fixed. There's a lot of issues.
I
By the
know.
way, we have someone, casual columnist. What's up? How are you? Let me put it up on stream. I don't know if you'll see this on your end, Andrew, but on YouTube, I do have people who will sometimes comment or so yeah. Well, tell us what we got planned today. What are we going to get into?
That's a good. We were just talking about that before. So if you haven't been around for the past like 2 of these streams that we've done, Will and I, so about, I guess it would be like 2 months ago, OneSignal and DevCycle have kind of entered into a partnership agreement. So we're going to be working together in some really cool ways. And Will and I met as part of one of those meetings that we said we need to do some streams together. And so we met. It would have been like a month and a half ago. We did our first stream, just kind of playing around with like, what is DevCycle, what is OneSignal, and then we streamed at the start of September. We got together and we were playing around with actually getting something off the ground. So first stream, we identified a bug we were doing Next.js, and we found a bug in the Next.js example app. And then we decided, we're just gonna do React. React is gonna solve our problems. And then we ended up hitting a bunch of bugs. And so I think last time that we left off, we were on the search for what was the cause of a couple of bugs that we were facing. And so thankfully, much smarter than first stream, we put it in a repo so that we could go here and try and do some debugging live on stream with y'all who are here. And we can share that link out. Depending on where you're watching this, you can find it over on my GitHub. So just go Andrew D. McLean on GitHub, and you can find it there. It just is called like DevCycle OneSignal collab. If you want to check out the code, if you want to troubleshoot this in real time with us. But yeah, that's what we're going to do today. We're going to go in, we're going to keep working away on this. I think the end goal for us, which is very, very imaginative, is to try and wrap a OneSignal notification in a feature flag so that we can enable or disable a notification based on a specific user setting. So I think that's our goal. Maybe we can get there today. Maybe we can figure this out. Yeah, and depending on where you're watching, I was saying to Will before, so I have a fun little work emergency that I'm gonna disappear for a couple minutes a little bit later on for, but we're slowly working through that, and I couldn't not stream with Will today. This is like genuinely the highlight of my week. I love these streams, and I am always impressed by your patience with my terrible React skills, Will.
Oh, don't worry. We all have terrible React skills.
There we go. That's the spirit. You're not wrong.
They change it it seems like they change it every release.
Okay, I want to show something. So I'm doing a conference talk on, let me do a screen share. I'm not sure.
Do it in Zoom.
Do it in Zoom, that's right.
Actually, you may have to do it on your stream as well.
I think I got to do it on both.
Yeah.
So let me go share screen, and I'll go entire screen and hopefully not dox myself. And then I'll go into Zoom.
Yeah, I'm not sharing your screen yet, so I'll make sure that
sick. There's all right. All right. I think I'm sharing my full screen. Sick. Oh, no. All right. Nope. Oh, so many things open right now. All right. So, let's go into.
Oh, you're good. Okay. Let me share my screen then. I wanted to make sure you weren't sharing anything you didn't want to share. Okay. Are you sharing your Zoom?
Hold on.
With me?
Hold on. Let's go now. We should be sharing now. Good?
All right. There we are. Yeah.
All right. Oh, nope. All right. Pull it off mine. Okay. This, I gotta close this. Okay. So, let's get open what I wanted to share, which was here, and then state of JS. So this is an interesting, was it this one? The Data Explorer?
Is this the conference that you just came from?
No, so I just came from, I was at DevRel and I was at KubeCon. No, not KubeCon. I've got KubeCon on the brain. So I was at Civo Navigate Europe first. And that's hosted by the folks at Civo Cloud. And then I was at DevRel that was also happening in London. But this came out of a talk that I'm doing for another conference next week, where I'm looking at like the state of change in like the JavaScript world especially. And I came across this like awesome graphic of like rankings on new and like usage of the breakdown of JavaScript. It's like, it's interesting because like really, this needs to be, is it the usage one I need to go? Yeah, usage, there we go. So it used to be that like React had like 50%, right, of the market share. And like it's actually gotten really high, up to like 82% of the market share. But now like there's so many other frameworks in there. So it's like React has got to compete with all of these other frameworks when they're trying to add new features. Because I'm sure all of these new features that are being added in here into like Alpine and Stencil and Quick and Ember and all the rest of this stuff, React is like, oh, we're going to be able to have that. So I do feel like they're genuinely changing all the time.
Yeah, it is. This is actually a really interesting thing because Ember is there, and Ember solves different problems than just React. It's my understanding that Ember was a more full stack type of thing where it also handled your server-side rendering. And it's cool to see Solid is starting to come up. I kind of like Solid, and I see Svelte is come up a little bit more as well. Svelte is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, Svelte I've been hearing a lot about. Svelte. So, but definitely like the fact that React has gone in like what, 8 years, 6, 4, no, 6 years, it's gone from 50% of the market share to like 82 for usage is kind of crazy to me.
Yeah, it's insane. Like I remember when React first came out, like I don't remember the year, but I've been a long time user of React. Not out of choice though. It's always been other folks are like, hey, we use React. And they're like, oh, we need you to do this. It's like, okay, sure. Oh, we got a comment. What's up, Steven? How are you? We're just doing a stream. I'm doing a stream with Andrew today. Oh, and he says hello, Andrew.
Hey, how's it going?
I
No, I
don't think
can't
he
see
can
it.
see. Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't see
Actually,
it,
no,
but you
wait.
will. Wait,
Do you see if you go to the never mind, don't do it because
there are so many
yeah,
windows
there's
open.
too many things. So let's give a rundown of where we're streaming. We're streaming on Twitch, my Twitch.
Yeah.
We're streaming on my YouTube, and we're streaming on my Twitter. We're streaming on your
We're just
your
streaming on our Twitch. Just
Oh,
our
it's just on
Twitch.
your Twitch? Okay.
Just
okay.
on our Twitch. We're easy.
Yeah, and then we got Zoom going, and then we have StreamYard going and Ecamm interview mode going. So there's a lot of stuff going on. So bear with us.
We got there. But this is what we're here for today. We're here for looking at this integration. So by the way, if you're just coming in, you've not been down this road before. So and you're on the DevCycle side and you have no idea what OneSignal is, or you're on the OneSignal side and you have no idea what DevCycle is, or you're just on the side of Will and you're here checking out Will's awesome content, and you're like, what is this thing? Yeah, so the thing that we're trying to integrate is this feature flag management platform. That's DevCycle. Feature flags, conditional statements, so you wrap a new feature that you're building out in your code, and then it allows you to kind of get rid of the connection between deploys and releases. You're constantly deploying code with all of the features in whatever state they're in, and then you can choose by turning a feature flag on or off what features people are seeing. And so it's an easier way to kind of ensure that you're constantly getting feedback, but also to have like an easy off switch.
I'd also go a step further and say that this is a requirement for continuous integration.
It is.
Which is something that a lot of people claim they have, but if you're not continuously integrating your code, whether or not it's being run or not, you don't really have continuous integration. And this allows you to basically get a PR up, get it merged, and not have to worry about anything going wrong because it's behind the feature flag. You can enable it when you're ready to release that feature, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So what about OneSignal? What about for people that have no idea what OneSignal is? What is OneSignal all about, Will?
Well, we like to say we do customer engagement. We allow you to send messages through several different types of channels, SMS, push notifications via web and mobile, as well as emails, as well as something that we call in-app messaging, which is a way to essentially send a web page almost as an alert inside of a user's mobile app. And this is kind of important because there are a lot of rules around getting push notifications and permissions on a device. And this allows you to, message your users without having to go through all of that rigmarole of getting push set up. And yeah, so it's pretty cool and it is free. I'm sharing your screen, so I'm not gonna move off at the moment. But yeah, you can go check us out at onesignal.com and you can get started on one of the several different platforms that we support.
I love it. I was actually doing a demo for some OneSignal folks, like literally just before this stream, to show kind of the sales team how we work. And I stole some copy from here and like threw it up as like, here's what it looks like if you are using a feature flag to like change what a homepage graphics look like. And I tried to recreate this homepage. It did not work in any way, shape, or form, but it was a cool demo.
It wouldn't be development if it worked.
Wouldn't be development.
That's why it's called development.
It kind of, I love that. It did the job, but I couldn't steal this. This graphic is all like animated SVGs, and I was like, oh, I really want to like add that into it, but demo didn't work. So this is what we're looking at today. We're looking at this OneSignal collab. So this is a simple React app. So we just used like npm create React app or yarn. We use something. We set up a React app, and yeah, we were trying to troubleshoot this. So I'm going to just go and actually open this up. I think I've got, what else? What do I have open up in here now? Yeah, this is actually the example that I was doing. This is the example that I was playing around with. Not that this actually matters for us, but this is like a really simple static page that uses DevCycle variables, but not what we care about right now. We're going to go over and open. Where are you hiding? We're just going to go over GitHub Desktop. Not sure why I ended up storing this. Where are you hiding? GitHub Desktop. There we go. And not real-time updates. OneSignal collab. Yes. No. Close. Try again. Is this it? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that looks like a React.
Yeah, that looks like a React app. There we go. All right, so here we are. So if I recall from our last stream, we were figuring out there was a bug. We were getting some log errors. So let's go and set this. Yeah, we've got the SDK key and the API and the app ID in there. And I think we're just going to do an npm run dev.
Oh, I remember now. I think I remember there was that rewire thing, and
yes,
we were wondering if that had something to do with something.
Oh, it's not dev. What is
start. I think, yeah, you could just do start. Or do you have to do run start? That would be interesting.
That's right, because we did this React app rewired thing. Wait, what? Why are you not working?
Do a ls inside of your inside of here. Okay. What is it saying? Command cannot be started. Do a npm I. All right, now try to do it. It's saying that the React rewire command is not found. Is that installed as a dependency?
This was something that we had to. This was like a workaround for the.
Did we remove it? If you go back to desktop, go to the last commit. I'm curious if we removed it, because remember we were going to try to get around it by not doing the rewire thing.
Yeah, I agree. All right.
No, it doesn't look like. What about the create override JS here?
No. No.
Okay.
No.
Well,
so it looks like it should still be there. So it's definitely just some bug. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to delete this. Where did I end up storing this file? Open folder. Consent. Should show me where this is. OneSignal part 2. Oh. Yeah, it must be there. So I'm going to close this down and then we'll just start from scratch again.
Oh, we have another one is what you're saying.
Yeah, we have a bunch of these, so I might just be in the wrong one, but I might just file clone repository. Let's grab this again.
Well, worst case, I think in order to fix that, if we run up against it again, is to install whatever that React rewired is. And I'm curious if there's anyone who's watching, if you know what React rewired is and you want to try your hand at giving me an explanation of what it is, that would be dope.
All right, let's go and try this again.
Oh, you did dash I. It's just I.
Try now.
I think it would be start. It's in your package JSON. Actually, I don't actually know.
Yeah,
yeah.
It is this rewire thing. Yeah. This is the DevCycle specific thing. So this was like DevCycle, React SDK. So this was a recent shift that we did. Yeah. So for React, runtime was under an issue. Interim fix is added alias. Wasn't the, oh, here it is. Yarn npm. Yeah, it definitely was this. I thought it should be there. Oh, I see. Let's.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't think that it was in your package JSON, the dependency.
All right, let's try. This should be fine now. Let's try npm start. There we go.
Okay.
Maybe not. What are our errors that we're facing here? All right, cannot find config override.
So remember, we deleted that file.
Oh, all right. So we need to revert back to what this React app was before. So let's just go create React app. Let's see. Let's see what this package JSON is before.
Well, this shouldn't be your package JSON here.
No, because we defined the React like that npm start command in here. So we just like set up that app rewired stuff. So I just need, oh, you know what? It's actually in the docs, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure they actually tell us what we need to get rid of. Yeah, so this was like what we updated in here. So we just need to set this back to whatever the default is there. So I need to just go into my initial.
If you do, well, it's in Git too. You can do it there as well. I wonder if there is a keybind to find a file in a commit. No, I'm talking about in desktop. I'm thinking about like product development that could happen in desktop to make it better.
All right, let's see if this works. Yeah, so it'll throw. This is going to throw an error for the DevCycle stuff, but that's What error are you throwing? Import and export manual appear one level. Ooh, all the errors. Yeah, this is definitely. I'm going to remove. Do I want to remove source app.js? OneSignal is here.
Oh, wait. So the issue with this is that that should be a JSX file. Or maybe I don't know what create React app is weird. But typically it's a module and it's complaining saying that you can't export that as the default, which is wrong. This is telling me that Babel is not parsing this correctly.
This is so weird that we're facing this issue with like a fresh. Actually, no, it's not. It's not weird.
It's not fresh. Yeah.
It's not weird. It's not fresh in any way, shape, or form.
We've done things and we forgot what we've done.
Yeah. We waited too long to do this stream, and now React has updated. The struggle is real. Okay. Camera resolve path. That's fine. Let's go. What else did we shift around in here? I feel like nothing in there. So literally just in the app.
Wait, did it say that it can't find .env?
Yeah.
Is that package installed?
No, I don't think so. No, it's installed. Huh. It's not actually saying that. What's it saying? So it's saying
on the top one, error, node modules. Oops, it went away. And then module not found, can't resolve path. And then it's looking in your node modules .env/lib. See it? It's the first error.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's there. Oh, by the way, if you just type, if you're in there and you just start typing, it'll automatically filter out the files and folders.
So, but this is what we're looking for, right? It's just this lib folder?
Yeah. And it'll get the main JS, that'll be the default export.
Interesting. Okay, that's odd. Let me...
And it's saying that import and export may only appear at the top level, which I'm pretty sure that's the case.
Yeah, I don't think the only thing that we've literally changed in here.
Well, you changed that from JS to JSX. Put it back to JS for now. And I have an idea. Let's go back to desktop. And you see where it says load environment variables, or do
you want to just restore?
Go to changes. No, there wouldn't be anything to store actually. If you look at that package lock, the only thing that's changed here is we've added rewired.
Yeah.
Are we actually using that for start at the moment, or is it?
No, we're not. We can remove it again because we've removed
No,
it.
don't remove it. Let's see what it was initially. So go to your history, and then go to your package JSON again, and let's see what start was. React script start. So let's just, is that what's running right now?
Yeah. So yes, that's what I reinstalled. So we have React. We have the other one in here, but we're running. This is running on.
Can you show it? Can you show it on? It's the package JSON. Okay. React.
Go. Yeah. So this is what it should be.
Okay. I'm curious if you do. Is the React scripts? Is that a package? It is. So. Okay, it is. Okay. Let's do this. Control C or command. Yeah, I think it's Control C on your machine.
Yeah.
Inside of your terminal. All right, and then do rm-rf. Yeah, no modules, and then ampersand, or you could do that too.
Okay.
All right, and npmi. So this is just to confirm that we have not just the latest packages, but we haven't like done anything weird.
Okay, further. No, same issue again. Import and export may only appear. What was the issue there? I don't understand. Import, export. So it's throwing an error down here.
Oh, whoa. Scroll up. You're missing the closing brace. There you are.
Dropping on again.
Or you may have to refresh.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, can't resolve React. We need to install React OneSignal now.
Did we wait? When did we uninstall? Okay.
Yeah. See, this is the thing. I feel like we didn't push. This is super weird. I feel like I messed up last time when we were doing our commits because we were like, oh, you know what it is? Hold on. I'm pretty sure there's another branch here. Or was it a PR?
Yeah. Well, PR is tied to a branch. Oh, no wonder.
Yeah. That's okay. This explains so much more. Okay, so let's.
No. Leave changes on main.
Yeah.
For now, and we'll discard them later if necessary.
Yeah. Okay, this should fix things for us. Hopefully.
Well, we may have to get rid of that React.
Yeah, we're gonna do the same thing again.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go and
line 16. Line 16 React rewire. We'll put that back to the React script start, I think.
I don't think we need to.
Okay, let's see.
I'm gonna get rid of. I'm just gonna hold on. I want to get rid of the node modules and just install again.
Okay.
Okay, let's try this. It was working last time we were here. We were just getting errors. Well, working is a relative term. Okay. And let's try now. Nope. Oh, and now I need to install React Rewired. Because I don't have React Rewired. Why was that not included? Where is it? DevCycle.
It's just npmi React. It's the same name of the package in your terminal. So you see where it says React app rewired? It's just that. All right. React Client SDK. It's saying that DevCycle, so I think we have to install DevCycle too.
And I bet you it's going to do the same thing for OneSignal next.
Well, if we look at the dependencies, we can see for ourselves. So I don't see React OneSignal in here, so we should probably install that too. It's just React OneSignal. And I don't. Does that save it as a dev dependency or as a regular dependency? Okay, all right. I think that's good. That's cool.
Should be good. And I just want to go over to my StreamYard and make sure. Comments. All right, good there. Okay. Let's try again and see if we are getting this working. All right.
You have your other terminal.
I do indeed. No, we don't have
It's
the
that .env again. I wonder why.
Because we apparently, and by we, I mean that I use that term very, very openly. It was very much a me.
No, you already have .env though. That's
Is it already there?
Yeah, it's already there. Line 10. Let's go to whoa. Let's read this. Can't resolve path. Want to include polyfill. Can resolve OS. You see where it says install OS browser file? Maybe that's. Although I don't know why that would be necessary.
We also didn't have to deal.
Yeah, we didn't have to do that last time
before. So that's what's really confusing me here is that crypto requires.
That's interesting.
Why are we having to deal with these random issues every time that we try and open up one of these projects? I swear.
Well, let's. You want to just start from scratch? We haven't done. We haven't gotten
it in 3 streams. We haven't actually gotten anything working. So why not? Yeah, let's just go and do a new. Let's do something new. All right.
So let me. I'll drop this time around because you've been dropping for the past.
Hey, there we go.
However many
that
weeks,
is that
months.
you just made my. I'm gonna stop share.
Well, don't get too excited. Like,
I'm getting excited, bro. I'm getting
We're
excited.
gonna go back to you soon. Let me move this to another screen. And I'll share. Okay, you should be able to see my screen.
Zoom, and you just got to share over on StreamYard too.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Screen share to see. Well, I have 3, so that's cool. Okay, it doesn't tell me which monitor is which. Gosh, it doesn't do a preview.
So we're about to find out. It won't go up on the screen though, so I control when it goes live. So you
all right,
do it.
Well,
and
what do you
I'm
see?
the only one seeing it. I'm seeing nothing right now in StreamYard. On Zoom?
No, in StreamYard.
I'm seeing absolutely nothing in StreamYard.
What about now?
Sharing.
Do you see an image?
No, so I'm seeing nothing.
Okay. Oh no. Okay, so if we want to share my screen in StreamYard,
yep,
I have to quit and like restart things
for the browser. Okay, what do you want to do? We can also do we can do code share as well. I haven't used that in a while. Okay. You want to do that?
That can work. I was also going to say you can just share your screen and make me full screen. That's what I did. So like on.
I see. Yeah. That makes sense. Okay, share my screen and make you full screen. Okay, let's see.
And I'll make sure that next time.
No. We're all good. This is we. Come on. All right. Let's go window Chrome tab. No, I want to go entire screen. Yes. And then I want to go over to the Zoom window.
Okay.
And I'm assuming that
that's
good.
it.
I'm gonna go check on my Twitch right now.
Your audience can see things that even my audience can't see. I don't share my desktop with anyone. All right, so we'll open up I guess code, Visual Studio Code. We use that. And oops, let's close this project. And we're going to use Create. No, Create. What is that thing called?
Create React app. I
yeah,
like
that thing.
Create better though. I like Create much better. There's a brand play there. Okay, no, that's working. Interesting.
Oh, I can hear myself.
Oh no, it's just like, sorry, I just pull it up on my phone. Okay, you're good.
All right, so then we'll go into my code directory and we'll make a new directory. This is going to be DevCycle. And that. And want to say I just run this and it'll create a directory for me. So what are we calling this?
Oh, I don't know. OneSignal DevCycle.
OneSignal DevCycle. Sure, like I just ran the command. Of course I want to run. All right, and I think this is going to use JavaScript, and I'm going to be honest, I don't technically, well, I mean, I technically know JavaScript because I think TypeScript is a superset of JavaScript. So I know it in that context, but my real experience with JavaScript is actually TypeScript.
So have you played around with Bun yet?
I have not.
So play around with it. It is so much fun, especially if you enjoy TypeScript, but you like enjoy freedom as well. It's like, it was so smooth. I did a stream last week with our VP engineering and we were like playing around with it versus like Dino and versus like just other runtimes. And it was so good.
Is it better than .NET though? That's my favorite runtime.
I mean, ask the people right now that are in the hype train, and I think they would say 100% it is.
Well, I mean, I don't know, the folks who, I don't know, I guess because I'm not really a web person, I don't fall into that.
So what does that mean though? Like everything's a web app now. So if you're not a web person, what would you describe yourself as
a generalist engineer? But most of the tools that I use are not web tools. In fact, I rarely go to websites. I mostly do everything locally. So I do photography, I do video, I do audio, and then like all of that's local on this machine. I also do like AI machine learning type stuff, and I do most of the training here on this machine.
What are you running that you could do all of that? That's a hefty load. Like, what are you running at home right now?
You don't see this? I have these 20 cores.
Dang.
I have an M1 Ultra.
Nice. Was it worth the very large price tag?
Yeah. Before I was using the Apple laptops and I hated them. So before like Apple decided to say, you know what, we don't care about our users, I had a Mac Pro. So I was a Mac Pro user from the Power PC days, from the G4, G5 to the original cheese grater Mac Pro. And then they released that garbage can Mac Pro, which was just like a slap in the face. I couldn't use it for anything. So I went to the iMac, which I didn't like. I got the laptops, which I didn't like. And finally they released their M1 machines, and I bought the first MacBook Pro M1, and it was amazing. So when the M1 Ultra was announced, I was like, finally I can get back to a desktop, because I don't really like laptops at all. I know some people, they're like, oh, laptop. I'm like, I've never enjoyed them. I like my 3 giant monitors. I like having a dedicated space. I don't want to work like anywhere else other than at my desk.
That's fair. I like it.
Yeah, I like this machine. It's actually pretty cool. I'll be upgrading to the M3 Ultra when that comes out. Nice. And I'll likely spec that out because I've actually hit swap on this machine several times. Okay. So even though I have I didn't max out RAM, I have 64 gigabytes here. However, because some of the workloads that I do require hundreds of gigabytes of RAM, I hit swap, and I don't want to hit swap ever.
Yeah, fair enough. Why not? Why not upgrade? It's time, and it will ensure that you are actually able to do the stuff that you want to do without ever having to question that you will be able to function.
Well, there's that, and then there's also we're tech nerds.
Yeah,
that's what we do. That's what we do. We just we need it, and then we justify it somehow. So like I'll justify it and be like, oh, I need to do this. In reality, I can do it now, but when the new one is announced, I won't be telling myself that. I'll be like, I need it, and nothing can convince me that I won't need it. All right, let's jump into the thing, which is here.
So we got this. We're in. All right, it's working because we've done nothing to it yet. We haven't broken it yet.
We don't know yet.
I was very convinced. I was very convinced for a minute.
Okay,
Success.
now it's working.
Success.
All right, now we're good. So let's go ahead and open this up. Okay.
Well, I like half expected that you would be like a Vim guy based on your like background of like I'm not a web guy. I'm like an engineer's engineer.
You mean like NVim? Like
hey, there you go. There you
I'm
go.
not a Vim guy, it's an NVim. Yeah.
But do you live in the terminal for most of what you do?
No. I'm all over the place.
Fair enough.
I'm more of a whatever, like if I'm already in the terminals, then sure, I'll use it. However, sometimes I will use the UI because I do a lot of photography stuff. So like, I'm not going to do that in the terminal. But also like, you got to keep in mind, I also kind of built a product that is a UI.
True.
So I like if the tool is really well built, and when I say built, I mean designed. Where it thinks about the things that a user is trying to accomplish, I'm more likely to use it. Now, if it's a tool that I don't like how they've designed it, I'll just use the CLI if possible. A lot of times I can't, so I just won't use their product at all. I'm that person. Like, I don't care. I'm just like, if it's not good, I won't use it.
That's fair. All right, so we got this in here. So do we want to like start and just like get OneSignal installed, get the React and get our DevCycle installed? Do we want to just start from the basics?
Sure. We can go ahead and start with OneSignal, I guess. And I guess we'll keep this over here, maybe. Put it right there. Why is my computer going slow?
Because you have like 17 different things running on it. The fact that your computer is like still breathing right now is impressive.
Yeah, but I think it's Visual Studio because it's slow. Like sometimes I'm faster than the text editor, which is just like ridiculous sometimes. All right, I think that this has package slot. Okay, so that means I used npm. You may have to remind me on npm things because I don't actually use it. I think it's npm I, and I can just do React OneSignal.
Yep.
All right, and we'll go to my JSON here. All right, and it looks like we have it.
All right, and then the DevCycle is just what you have as the name right now.
Well, we'll do them one at a time, actually. So before we come on. Oh my gosh.
She's chugging.
All right. So before we do that, let's see what I mean. Like it's behind. So we'll check out, and then we'll say install OneSignal. So then we have this for OneSignal, and then we'll go back to that. All right. Why is it so slow? Existing. Okay, so then I think that this is going to be volumes, maybe, or no, it'll be users, right?
Your guess is as good as mine, but yes, I think so.
Users, I'm a separate code, DevCycle And then this. Okay. All right, cool. So we have I guess our original commit. Oh my gosh, it's so slow. What's going on? All right. And then we'll go to install OneSignal. We'll make sure we have our one commit one day. Yep, we do. All right. Now we can go on to OneSignal. We'll follow our guide. And this is also just to help me and make sure that I actually
We're
did
doing
it the
this the
right
right
way.
way? No, we
No,
got
that like,
this.
because I've been rewriting our docs.
Oh, okay.
So like, it's also a chance for me to see if I've actually missed anything.
Right, we
Okay,
got that.
so we've installed whatever that is, and we're going to come in and import OneSignal. I don't say where. All right, so this is something that I probably should do. So I actually don't know how Create React App is structured, so we're gonna figure that out together.
Yeah.
Is it app or is it NXJS? What's the difference?
So I think it's app based on our last experience. This is just for render.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then we'll import OneSignal. This is from? Yeah, this is from, yeah. And what is it? React
OneSignal.
Okay. And then we're going to initialize it somehow. So we'll do use effect, I think it's what it's called. Yeah.
Yep.
And we'll define a init function. And we'll run that init function, and we want this to run once. Okay, and inside of our init function, we'll just call out OneSignal init. I'm going to ask that you share the app ID with me from yours.
Yeah, I'm going to share it, but I got to unshare our screen right now. So I'm just there's going to be like a brief interlude while I pull this up. All right, so that's down. And then let's go over to here and grab this out of the ENV. Where do you want me to send it?
Slack is fine.
All right, let's do it on Slack. Open recent. Collab 2. Come on, that's the wrong one. Open recent.
All right. This is proving that I need an M3 Ultra as soon as it comes out. Like, oh my gosh, it feels like how my machines have felt for a long time until I got this, and I was able to just like experience a smooth user experience for like the first time in years.
Not anymore. Now I'm glad that this collaboration has caused the breakage.
Well, let's define what it's taking, right? So I have 2 5K monitors and 1 6K monitor. Not only am I sharing my screen with you over Zoom, I'm also rendering and streaming to 3 different destinations and recording. And we're also sharing my screen with you on StreamYard over a browser thingamajig. And I'm monitoring all of this in real time. My CPU doesn't seem to be struggling. It's just, I don't know what's going on.
There are our 2 keys that you're going to need.
Okay, so we'll take our OneSignal one first. We'll just dump it here, maybe.
All right, and I think I'm good to share you again. All right, close that down. Zoom, and I can share this again. Add stage, there we go. All right, we're back.
Okay, all right, so this is using some state to determine whether or not we've initialized the app. So we'll do the same thing here. So we'll do OS initialized. Maybe I'll spell it. Sometimes using shorthand is not advised. Set OneSignal initialized. And that will be to use state. That will be a Boolean. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. This is JavaScript.
What were you just doing?
So useState is a generic function.
Yep.
And in TypeScript. So you can specify the type here.
Gotcha.
It can be like a regular type, or it can be like a union type or intersection, that kind of thing. So sorry, like I said, I don't actually use JavaScript. Okay, so then we're going to use this set state here. And what we want to do is we want to say we only want to run this if it's not been initialized, right? So what I'll do here is I'll say if OneSignal initialized, then we'll just return. We don't want to do anything. Otherwise, what we're going to do is we're going to await. I think this isn't awaitable. Let's see if we get
this. Is what we did. This all looks familiar. You are doing what it took us a half an hour to do in about minutes now.
Okay. All right. So then what I'm also going to do is wrap this in a try catch, because if there is any error, I do want to be able to figure out what that is and do something about it. So we'll our error here, and we'll just use console to do it for now, to deal with it. So we'll just say error. We'll just say, I don't know, pop the error in there. How about that?
Beautiful.
Okay. All right, and after we do this, we want to set initialized to true. Okay. And let's see if nope. I got it.
Do you use that try catch in your actual docs?
No. So technically you don't have to use try catch. This is just understanding that in JavaScript promises, if you don't catch, then they just get thrown away. So I know that things can go wrong. And in fact, because it's me doing it, things will go wrong, and I want to know what's going wrong.
It's all right. So, I've had 2 streams of things going wrong, so it's your turn. All right.
So we get no double. I'll just like do it here.
That's good. All right. No big errors yet, hopefully. Anything showing up in console?
Okay, so there is an SDK init error. OneSignal Web SDK can only be initialized once.
This is what we had happen last time. This was the whole
this is the
developer.
So there should be a
there was a way to disable it. We figured that out. You can disable. Hold on. I can't search.
Hello, Harsh. I can't pronounce. I'm gonna try to pronounce her last name, bro. Is it Srivastava? Give it to me phonetically. But what's up? Well, happy to have you here. So yeah, we could do the strict mode thing. We can turn that off, or we can fight this and figure out how to get it to not do this. But let's just ignore it. Let's go and turn off strict mode. Do you remember how to do that?
Nope. Do you?
I think it's just do this right
Delete.
here.
There you go.
All right. So then element type is invalid. Oh. Right. Cannot read properties of undefined. Oh, let's open this not here. So let me open this in another browser.
Maybe.
Oh, here we are. Okay. OneSignal proxy frame is undefined. Okay. So you see, it gives us actual insight into what's going on. I'll just move this to another screen. How about that? At the moment, we are building a demo application. We're trying to integrate OneSignal along with DevCycle, which is a feature flagging platform, together. And at the moment, we're running into all kinds of issues with React. So
thanks, React.
The real answer is we're trying to get React to work.
And we got
Well,
3 hours sunk into this for now. So
yeah,
thanks, React.
we'll get to what we're really doing after we can get past this.
All right. So
let's see. Proxy host is undefined. Oh, let me first turn off ghostery. We'll trust site, and we'll just pause ghostery, and we'll also come into the shield here and make sure that I don't have anything blocked. Wait, what is this? Are they trying to market to me right now?
that is a hard yes.
Okay. You know what? I have an even better idea. So I do have Chrome for these reasons because I don't think I installed anything in Chrome to block things. So we'll use my OneSignal thing. I gotta make sure I close things that are not meant to be seen.
It's all right. I'm glad that both of us are having those moments. All right. And still getting the same error. All right.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, this is. Yeah, database JS. And then I see at tslib. Interesting. I'm here and want to make sure that I don't have anything disabled to prevent this from working. 2 sites allowed. Yeah, this is interesting. I've never seen this before.
Database JS error. Is it specifically related? Is it related to React or is it related to OneSignal?
No, this seems like it's OneSignal. So and here we can do a bit of a deep dive into how some.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's dig into it.
So this database right here, what we're doing is we're coming into application. Well, you can get to it under the application tab in your browser. Yeah. And we use IndexedDB as well as these other storage locations like local storage and session and cookies and all that kind of stuff. And what's likely the case is that we're unable to access this thing right here. Right? All right. So it says version 4. I'm gonna delete it because this could also be because every other demo app I do is under localhost. So I'm going to just come in and delete all of these local hostings. We'll clear that. We'll clear the cookies.
All right. Let's see if this solves our problem. I have faith.
All right. Well, we get a new cookie. So you notice that before we had a lot more information here. Now there's just this one cookie.
All right. Console. What are you saying? What are we getting in there?
I see no database for IndexedDB. There's nothing in the console. Down there. Well, at least that wait, well, never mind. No, I was looking at the wrong thing. Sorry, looking at the wrong thing.
No, it's all right. I had faith. I had faith for a moment that we were bug free, but it seems as though we are not.
Well,
so I wonder if that InnoDB was, or the IndexedDB issue. I don't remember seeing this error before.
Yeah, same here. In fact, we didn't.
We get a new error every time. I love every time we stream. It's just like React throws a new. Well,
to be fair, this one isn't React. I'm pretty sure if I do this here and just refresh this, see, it doesn't give me that error. So this means that it's not React.
I was throwing it to React. I was giving it over there. I wanted to assume that it was that, but okay.
No, we gotta be honest. It's us. It's me. OneSignal. All right. So then, let's see. The OneSignal init. Yep, and then it comes back right there.
Yep. Okay. So what you just threw in there is different than what you had in the docs. I'm pretty sure that or is it just that you threw that try catch in there? Is that the only difference?
Yes, here we are.
So there's await.
Yeah, it's just the fact that I did try catch. And Now, you may be thinking, oh, well, you have this right here. This technically wouldn't do anything. Like, this technically isn't the reason why it's failing. And the only other thing, because like, let's see if let's do this. Let's see if we can get the slide down prompt to pop up one day. Yeah. See, SDK init error, so it's not even initializing. Which is interesting. So here's what I'm going to propose, because I don't like this not working. I have I have something that's already working. I didn't tell you that, but
I figured that you would have thought ahead based on all of our other experiences.
Let's go to, gosh, where is it located? Now we're gonna have that problem. Like, I don't know where things are on GitHub because it's not on my machine, so I don't know where it is. Is it? Oh, here we are. I think here. So if we go to this website, which is, I should probably put a website here. I forgot how you get to the GitHub Pages website. Do you know how to get to a GitHub Pages website?
Yeah, you just go to like the name of it and then code in color.github.com, I'm pretty sure. Or
the name of...
there you go. So it's code-in-color.github.io, and then I think it's /OneSignal website SDK sample.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Okay, perfect. So if we come here, all the low.
Getting a 404.
Yeah, I don't think that matters. And if we come into our application, we should see, OneSignal. So it's showing us how many times I've come to this page, which you can see is the second time in my life. So, and then we have the OneSignal database, which got created, and we should have cookies for the things. So this is working. And what's interesting about this is, I guess there's nothing interesting about this. Let me copy this URL. I'm also going to send you.
Yeah, send it to me.
Wait, can I not do that? Did I open this in a new tab? I did. Okay. Wait, what? Okay, so apparently it threw away my history, and I'm not a fan of that.
Just every single time. So and this is just like we've gone classic, old school, straight up HTML page. I'm here for this in such a big way, Will. I cannot tell you. We were trying to go too advanced with this React.
Well, one of my philosophies is that whenever you're experiencing issues, if you remove all of the layers of abstraction, you can move forward. And in my opinion, dealing with React issues is, first of all, like, I don't care about React at all. So it's just like I'm very not willing to go through React issues when at the end of the day it doesn't serve me any purpose.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna pull up this. I'm gonna share my screen again. Actually, no, you've got it up there. You can share. Hold on. Let me put you back up there. Okay. Let's go here and here, and now back over to Zoom. Okay, so I've got that link though on my computer. Okay, this is awesome. Yeah, so you're literally just importing. Awesome. Sick.
Yep. So now the question is,
Can we do this with
is DevCycle even able to do this?
Yes. Yeah, we have a CDN.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a CDN. So just go over to
perfect.
DevCycle. Yeah, go over to DevCycle. Go over to our docs and then just go into the JavaScript SDK. And I think you can just load it through a CDN.
Well, before we do that, I think I need to confirm that we're able to get a message. So I have to find this app right quick. Give me a second while I figure out where this is. And I'm going to close some things. Where's Firefox? We're closing Firefox too. Okay, so we'll go to OneSignal. And today, maybe? I don't.
It's chugging for you today. Okay, I feel so much better. I'm so glad you're driving today, Will, because this makes me feel like I am amongst my people when I'm doing these streams and things just like seem to be going wrong. Oh, hold on. You did close StreamYard, but it's all right because people are still seeing you. They're just not hearing you. All right.
Strike me down, YouTube. Oh, here we are. Okay. Oh man, what's going on? Like, is something wrong?
Is OneSignal down, or is a service that relies on OneSignal down? Hold on, I'll try my phone. No, it should be working. Marketing site's up. Hold on.
Yeah, but
it's different app. Dashboard. Top one.
in the login that comes from, I think.
Do you guys use Auth0 too?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
to be honest.
I'm getting the same error. It's just a.
Are you getting
screen.
an error?
No. Well, no, I'm getting blank screen too. So I'm loading up the dashboard and I'm getting a blank screen.
Okay.
So it is not you. It is all over the place.
All right. Give me a second.
Are you sending a message?
Yes.
OneSignal is down. Yeah, this seems like.
More like asking, because I really don't know.
See, if you guys had a feature flag, just have to check the feature flag.
Well, I'm pretty sure we do, but
I'm sure you do too. I feel like there's every enterprise company has got at least one feature flag provider.
I am seeing GitHub status incidents
Okay.
from 3:58
Yeah.
on today.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that makes sense. Like 10 minutes ago.
it says US West are currently impacted. Do code spake it. I don't know if this is GitHub. Yes, yeah, this says GitHub status incident history. And there's a Google Cloud Service Health update.
Hey, there it is.
TLS enable, memory Redis cluster unable. Okay.
So Google Cloud is down.
Oh, I don't know.
That's
Let's see.
weird. Yeah, I'm
Google
getting the
Cloud
same.
status.
You know, we'd got there. Oh, hold on. There it is. No outages.
Yeah, I don't see any.
Interesting. Okay,
This is
do we
saying-
want to, while we're waiting to see if it's going to load, do we want to just add the DevCycle SDK into there?
Sure.
It's just a CDN, so it should be pretty easy. Just go to docs.devcycle.com.
Close this. Docs.devcycle.
Yeah, .com. Missing one C, CYCLE.
Okay.
Okay. And yeah, just go SDKs, and then you should just be able to select your JavaScript from there.
Whoa, did you see that?
What?
I clicked here, but it opened it in another window.
That is likely a
No, this isn't this is an issue with the browser that I'm using.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
This is an Arc issue. All right.
Yeah. I just covered up.
I wonder. See if it does the same thing with the JavaScript SDK, because that's going to be the next place you're going to face this issue. Oh, not with Quick Start though. Interesting.
Nah, so like I guess all right. So I had this open. Let's see. Yeah, now it's fine. But yeah, last time I opened it here. That's weird.
Interesting. Yeah, so go JavaScript SDKs and installation, and there should be a CDN option. Yep.
Okay.
Grab that bad boy.
I have to figure out where this.
Where it is.
Yeah.
Oh, Will, I'm feeling so much better. I have been having this struggle trying to figure out where things are.
Oh, I meant like what? I meant like what? Because I store everything based off of the org.
Yeah.
So this is under my coding color. And yeah, OneSignal. Okay. To install DevCycle. Oh no, did I type install?
Yeah.
Maybe I did. I don't remember.
I thought you did.
Okay. All right. Well, sure. All right. So now we have that, and we'll open this up. Okay. This is what I mean by Visual Studio is so slow. I'm waiting on it. All right, there we are. Finally.
We got there. All right.
All right, and then we'll.
Yep. Throw it there.
Okay.
All right. Sick. Head back over to, just pull up the docs again, and then just go to the getting started, and it'll give you the initialization stuff.
Is it all of this?
Yeah. So you just need to define a user, and then that SDK key.
When you say define a user,
sorry,
what is a user?
So generally in your application, you would have whatever system you're using to control your users. So whether you're using a database or whatever you're using, here we're literally just defining like a fake user that we're going to use to like define who's seeing what information right now. It's just a placeholder, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then we'll just say Chronos. And place initialize with DevCycle if using those. All right, wait. Replace initialize DevCycle with DevCycle.initialize.
Yep. And then just that the SDK key that I sent you before should work. I love we had to shed our React coat in order to get this to actually work. All right, there we go. Awesome.
Well, remember when I said that I never use React directly, I use Next. So my code samples that use React are actually built with Next. And I felt like it would probably be better to not introduce a framework on top of a UI framework. On top of OneSignal and on top of, there's a lot of things that can go wrong.
Yeah.
So
and we've proven it. All right. So that's got it in there and set up. So head into the next stage in these docs here. This is useful for me too because I rewrote these docs. So this is all just initialization stuff that we don't care about yet. Usages, awesome. Yeah. So here's really what we are focused on doing. So we're really just like wrapping things in if else statements. So so grab that code sample there. And then we're just going to put that. Awesome. And then let's, I'll need to go and set up the variable in a minute, but let's call the variable key for right now. Where are you stealing Chronos from? What's the reference? I feel like I'm missing something.
That's the name of this computer. Chronos.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Let's call, let's call the variable key Chronos 2.
Is this the variable? Like this is going to be our OS enabled variable, right?
Yes.
Or OneSignal enabled?
No. So no. So this is unrelated. Oh, yes, that's very true. Yes, yeah, it is.
All right, let's call it that then. We'll just call it I don't know, OneSignal integration.
Solid. Yeah, awesome. Great. And do we want it? Yeah, we want it to be off by default. Awesome. Yeah. And then really, I would say literally all we need to do here is that initialization of OneSignal that is opening the that like pop-up. You can just like drop that into that if statement. Does that make sense? I feel like I was not clear. So the code that you're using to open that, like to deliver that pop-up message, toss that. Yeah, where is that?
How about this up here?
OneSignal deferred push init app ID service workers and notify button. Yeah. So right now, does that if you refresh that page, should we be seeing a pop-up that shows up?
Well, we won't see it because I've already. Oh, I forgot. I can't show the fact that we can send. But yeah, I've already accepted that, so we won't see it again. Actually, but there is a way, I think, that I can do that. Give me a second.
Yeah, it's just like basically all we need to do is have something that we're going to be able to visually tell is there. It's back. Nice. There we go.
Okay. What did I call this? Signal. All right, maybe I'll call it devlog. No, that's not right. Shit, okay. App ID is AF
75. I was so happy when the team set up a really easy way to view keys, just like a single key button to just like view keys for everything. And it was such a lifesaver in terms of the searchability of like trying to figure out where the key came from.
Well, normally I use this right here. I was just trying to avoid using more tools.
Fair.
All right, let's view app. Oh, look, I've already done it before.
Hey.
It's OneSignal website SDK sample.
Okay, awesome. Nice.
All right, DevCycle tests live. Sure. All right, my computer's like, it's wilding out. Like, I'm not even doing anything right now. It's just like wilding out.
Do you speak Japanese? Is that what that is?
No, that's Chinese. All right, okay. All right, we're good.
Are you speaking it or learning it?
Well, both. I'm learning and speaking every language that I speak.
Amazing.
Like, I'm still learning English, technically.
Fair enough.
All right. We're not going to actually see it come up, so I had to like do this. So will it work? I don't know. Does that seem like it worked?
Yeah, it seems like it worked.
Okay. All right. So now we can do other things. So let me close that out, and then we were going to do something.
Yeah, so basically if we want to tell whether this is actually working, like right now in the DevCycle platform, we need to move whatever we're wanting to actually initialize inside of that feature flag. So if we're wanting to initialize that push notification, we just need to put it inside of that if statement.
Okay. Then one question, because this is a little weird to me. This on-client initialize, this is an event handler.
Yeah.
Why is this an awaitable? Why is this returning a promise?
So I want to give you the best answer, but the answer that I'm going to give you is I don't know. That's a very good question. Likely because it is trying to, or it's talking not directly. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna try and figure this out, but I will find out the answer for that question for you. But I don't know.
Okay. And then the other thing is like this on client initialize here. This callback accepts, like it basically is passing a potential error, which tells me that this should also accept a potential error.
It's entirely likely, but not 100% sure.
I'm gonna use the callback one because
great,
to me that makes more sense than this one. Unless I can do await.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Use whichever one you feel more comfortable using. Oh, sorry. Yes, I do know. I'm like reading my own documentation. So the issue, so let's say you wanted to have like, so the reason for that first on client initialize promise is there's sometimes a little bit of a lag while you're waiting for a feature to show up. So like maybe you want there to be like a loading symbol while you're waiting to see if the feature is actually going to be there. Like if we imagine it's like a home page for something, you don't want there to be a flash. Which can exist. So it basically allows you to set logic of what to do while it's loading. That's kind of that's the reason behind that. Sorry, I should.
So then that means that this particular function can either return undefined or void, or an error object or something like that. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, that makes more sense.
We'll check. Well, yeah, we'll keep it as it. So we'll check to see if there's an error. If so, I don't know what to do with it, so we'll just log it.
Just console it,
We'll say DevCycle load.
Yeah, and you're gonna get an error almost right away because I'm pretty sure that project may not even exist anymore. In fact, I need to go and actually see if that's there. I'm gonna unshare you for 1 second while I go and check and see on my screen anyways, while I go and see what is going on in app, because I deleted a bunch of stuff. Let's open your key. Oh, DevCycle down? No, it's not down. Okay, OneSignal demo. Yeah, I deleted all my projects. Sweet, that's exactly what I wanted to do. OneSignal.
And help me understand this variable value.
Hold on. Let me take over screen. Oh, actually, I am screen sharing. That's fine. I can show you this actually while we're doing here. So here. Let's go screen share again. All right, are you able to see my screen? No, I can only see your screen. Can you see my screen anywhere?
I had to, give me a second. I had to find it on stream. Wait, did I get kicked out again?
No, you're there. You're in StreamYard.
Interesting. Okay. Okay, give me a second.
Yeah. It's all right. We got too many.
If you see my screen, you see here, this is what I see in StreamYard, which is why I'm like, am I even here?
You might be in another window because you're definitely like live on my StreamYard right now.
Okay.
Somehow you are live. Now you're not live. Now you are gone. Come on, Eric. What are you doing? That's frustrating. That's frustrating. Yeah, no worries. You're all good. Okay, sick. All right, so I'm gonna create a new project. We're gonna call this OneSignal collaboration collab. All right, HTTP, this doesn't matter. Okay, so create a feature. This feature is going to be a release feature. So it's just like a release is just a Boolean. And so we're going to call this OneSignal notification and set that as a Boolean. Signal notification, that's fine, good. Okay. So depending on what you're using as your setup, so like with Boolean, there's two variations, right? On or off, but you can have like an unlimited number of variations. And depending on the setup, like you can have a huge number of options. So like you can add variables that are strings, that are JSON, that are like numbers, like whatever you want to do. So the variable is basically like your feature flag. If you consider like this app that we're building is the feature, the variable is like a sub feature that exists within there. The track. What did we name the variable in our app that you just did? We called it OneSignal. Was it just OneSignal integration? I think you did. You called it like OneSignal and then it was dash something. I just can't remember what the dash was. Hold on, let me come back over here. Oh, OneSignal underscore integration. Okay, I'll grab that. So let's go create new feature on my screen. Am I sharing this stuff right now? Yeah, I am. All right. Oh, but you're not on here. So I'll add you back in there. All right. And we're going to create a new feature called OneSignal integration. Oh, it's going to call it dash. I didn't realize that. Okay, just change the underscore between OneSignal and integration to a dash. And then I'm going to give you another key that I'm just going to send in just a second because the key has changed for this as well. DevCycle client key for development. Okay, let me pull myself off of here for a second and send this to you on Slack. Thing. All right, so that should be good. So if you add the new key that I sent you on Slack as the DevCycle client key, where it's like DVC client, then this should be working now. Okay. All right, so that, yeah, so now that's working and it's live. So yeah, DevCycle integration, sick. So yeah, whatever, if we, and right now I have it set to, I think I have it set to false by default. Let me see, features, OneSignal integration, and default serving is, oh no, default set to on. So let's set that to default to off for now. Okay, sick. Okay, so it's set to default to off for now.
Okay, so my question then is, what is this second, like, what does this false mean?
So that's a default. So that's if like it cannot talk to, so if there's like an error and like DevCycle goes down, this is like a backup of whatever you want to happen. So if you can't talk to DevCycle, and again, this is, we put that kind of that setup of the variable value in there for all of the SDKs. And so depending on the setup that you're using and like if try and if else and all the rest of these things, you may not ever actually use that, but it's just like the default if DevCycle is unable to be contactable.
Okay. All right. Let me
Basically, you don't want unhappy clients when they can't talk to DevCycle and they've tried to release a new feature. It's better to have the feature off than it is to have it on.
Great.
Or on if off.
So then what I'll do is, oh my gosh, go away. All right, so I'll do info here, and we'll say OneSignal integration not enabled.
Yep.
And here
you have to do the same thing, or put the notification.
We will say OneSignal. Now I'm curious, this variable value, is this a synchronous thing, or does this return a promise?
It's going to return true or false. So you actually want to keep that as true or false.
Okay. So then, well, that's what this is. That's what this is.
Oh, yes.
In fact, here, I can make this even better. So we'll say is OneSignal integration feature enabled.
Yep.
All right, and if so, then we want to do this stuff here.
Yep.
Actually, I'm not sure if we technically want to do that there. I'm gonna only pull that one out.
All right, so it should return that console log if it's all doing what it's supposed to.
Okay, so let's. So here's the thing. Here's why I don't like to just use this. It's because the only way that we can test this is to deploy it.
Yep.
I can't run it locally.
Why can't you run it locally?
Because this is it's a, what do you call that thing? A GitHub Pages project, and the way that OneSignal is initialized is pointing to paths that don't exist on this local machine.
Oh.
Because when it's hosted, like, I had to point it to a service worker, but the service worker is in a GitHub repo, so I have to do some things. So like I can't just run this locally, but that's okay. What I'll do is we'll do a commit right quick.
Yeah. So, okay, that tracks. Interesting. I mean, it makes sense. This is why DevOps exists. This is why it is a career path for people.
All right, so it looks like we have a few things going on here. So let's first install DevCycle. All right, and then we did this setup here. Except, yeah, we do want that. We will have this, and we'll do all of these.
The fine-grained way that you focus on your commits, Will, is like, I wish every single software developer.
Oh, I do too. I wish everyone did it too, but unfortunately,
tracking bugs, and there's no excuse. Like, there's no excuse. Like, you're using use GitHub Desktop. It's all like a UI issue. You're not having to worry about which commands do I put in and how do I do this. Like, this is fantastic.
And the level of people who gave me, like, who would give hate because desktop exists, they're like, oh, we don't like the CLI or like get cracking or whatever. And I was just like, well, like, I don't know, like, I don't like repeating myself. So it's like you built this. In fact, like, I use this because like I don't know if you know this, but like I had a hand in building this. So like for me, I'm just using my own tools.
Yeah, I love that.
That's what I do most of the time is I'm using my own tools.
So did you work back at GitHub when like John Britton was there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. What about Joe Nash?
He was
like,
what's his handle?
Developer education, Joe Nash.
Oh, Joe Nash. Is he? Yeah. Is he the guy from like
Twilio? He did like a DevRel consulting too.
He's young, right?
Like young-ish. Like I think he's in his like late 20s.
Yeah, I think there was someone who was like a college kid or something. Like when I left like in 2019 or something like that.
Yeah, that would have
so
been.
Like he may have been young. But
Maybe.
the name sounds familiar. Um, yeah, the name sounds familiar.
I keep it was so funny. So at this DevRel conference, right? Like everybody that's in DevRel, I know you're doing this, so I'll vamp. So at this DevRel conference, it's funny because most people that work in DevRel know somebody else that works in DevRel who got them into the world. And so like half of the team that is like most of the teams that are out there all either have a connection with Twilio, they've got a connection with Vonage, or they've got a connection with GitHub. And so it's just like so interesting. And there was somebody doing a talk on the history of developer relations as a field, and he was talking about, he was referencing like the heyday of developer relations at GitHub and the parties that ensued.
So I wasn't in developer relations, like when I was there. In fact, I didn't know much about it. I know Brian, and I remember him trying to explain to me what developer relations was back then. I was like, what the hell? It's just like, sure.
And do you know what it is now? Because I'm still not sure what it is.
Not really. I have the things that I prefer. Like I'm a big fan of developer experience because my background is in building tools for developers. So I care more about that. I know that there's like community aspects and there's some sense of content creation as well as dealing with documentation. But and I guess talking, the evangelism, that part too.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't know, I'm all over the place at OneSignal, so I don't really I don't know if I fit a traditional dev role person. But maybe I do. I don't know. I only know one person. Well, I know two people now. I know you, and
really?
I know Brian. That's it.
So I will say this, Will, and this is no word of a lie. You're so good at what you do. Like the pairing that we're doing is like, you're so kind and patient, like walking people through. Like I've only ever met one other engineer who is as good at kind of walking through this process and like real-time debugging and focusing on the right things. Like I'm blown away every time we stream. I'm just like, if I was watching this as a novice, I would feel so much more confident in my ability to like debug things, which is like phase one of getting through the software development process, and then tracking things. Like it's so good. Like this is some of the best live stream code content that I've ever been involved in, and that is not because of me.
I'm happy.
So.
I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah.
And yeah, like we should do more. By the way, I don't know if you know this. I actually do live stream fairly regularly on my YouTube channel. It's just I am Will Shepherd. I'm that everywhere. So if you just Google that, you'll probably come across something. And I like to tell people I basically talk shit. That's all I do. It's just like try to do something, it doesn't work, I get upset and just talk shit about it until it gets fixed.
Exactly, or it doesn't get fixed, and then
no, I don't have a choice. Like it always gets fixed. It's unfortunately, I'm building things for myself, so I have to. If I don't fix it, then I don't get to take benefit, you know.
True, I feel you. All right, so we need to do a PR, right?
Well, yes ish. In fact, I'm just gonna merge it. I'm not gonna really go through a typical review. Or how about this? I can send it to you, I think. Yeah. Oh no, never mind. This isn't open.
Just do this. It's good.
Okay, all right.
I trust that we're not merging some garbage code because we wrote it.
Okay, so we'll just say integrate DevCycle, and then say this puts find a feature flag so that it only gets initialized when the feature flag integration flag is true. Okay. All right, and I want to make this public, I think, maybe. Oh wait, no, shit. Maybe I shouldn't make this public. No, I'm not gonna make it public.
Let's just leave it for now. Let's see if we can get this working first. I feel like we need a win. We need a win where we get this integration working.
Okay, so it's going to take a second or so
Yeah.
for this to actually deploy.
All right.
I think that just happened. Oh no, it didn't.
Yeah, it's going. Static site is pretty solid on GitHub for a quick deployment.
Oh wait, did I merge this already? Oh, I did. Okay, because I have a GitHub action that should come in and do stuff. So I think that's what this is here.
Yep, I think so too.
All right. Oh, we got a comment. Yeah, Will, you rocket this. Impressive work. Oh yeah, Casual Economist. He's been watching. He's newish. He's pretty cool to have. He gives conversation. I was telling them in the past, I was like, for like the longest, for like a year, it's just me talking to myself. And like, it makes it helpful when other people are around. They can ask questions, or like maybe they can get me off of whatever I'm doing. Because to be honest, I'd rather talk to folks than just sit here and try to talk to my computer, which I despise sometimes.
I used to do in another job. I streamed doing like these tech interviews. So I would do like interviews with folks in different roles. And I had this one kid, I think he was like 15 or 16. Every time he would come on, he's like, how do I get into like cybersecurity? He would ask everyone. Didn't matter if they were like a product manager or like a DevOps engineer. He would, every single person, he would be like, and it was great. It was this great conversation. All right, so is it throwing an error or is it throwing what we want? Oh, it's not enabled. Sick. Okay. I'm gonna go and enable it now.
Well, before I have a question.
Okay.
So it's writing out things to the console, but I didn't write these out explicitly.
So
so why?
So I think that this is part of the debug. So the log level debug, I think if you disable the log level debug, it's actually going to fix that problem. I just can't remember what the options are for that. Or if you disable, like if you just remove that DVC options, it should solve that problem.
Okay. Well, all right. So that's understandable. So then my second question as a follow-up is if you are going, and this is more feedback.
Yeah.
If you are going to log like whatever log things, it is possible for you to try to log an object. So this right here, this object, you need to serialize this into a string because it won't happen automatically.
So I haven't had a chance to pass feedback on to my team. So this is going over to our product team right after the stream. Okay, so hold on. I haven't done it yet. So let me change this to variation on. All right, so it should happen in real time, but you might have to refresh. There we go. So.
Oh, I actually refreshed so that I can see what that what the response was. So it says message successfully. So that's what object should say.
Yeah.
It's message, whatever that is. Okay. So then when you enable it, I don't see your screen, so like you'll have to tell me.
So right now, I'm like screen sharing. So I've enabled. It's done. So it's already done. I've already gone.
You already did it?
Yeah, for me, it's literally. Are you looking at my screen now?
Yeah, let me make it bigger so folks on my stream can see it. So what did you do?
Yeah, so literally, here's your feature. So basically, you've got your feature, the OneSignal integration. We've got this variable OneSignal integration, and then we've got the variation on and off. And then you're just going down to like the targeting rules. And so I've given you the client key for the development environment. And so we have the options here where we can define like all users. I can change this afterwards to go after Chronos, and I'm just going to turn this. It's either you turn it off or on or a random distribution. So I did
put
it here.
Off for now. Put it off for now because there are some things that we got to test first just to make sure that things are behaving the way that we expected.
Yeah.
So if you'll remember, I put a log here that says one integration is not enabled.
Yeah.
So I would expect to see that in here somewhere.
Yeah, it was there.
Right here. Okay. All right. And then before I can't just merge this.
I know it's so painful, right? To have to do a deployment when you want to do it.
So what I was going to say is that it would be useful if I put I'm just going to do it. Screw it. We're just going to do it. We can do this directly to main, like watching this, please do not do this.
We have really good habits in all of the other things that Will does. So I feel Will, like we can probably forgive you for this.
All right. So what we're gonna do is we'll do console info, and actually we'll put it here. We'll say initializing OneSignal, and then is this a knit? Is this a? I don't remember if a knit is whatever. I don't know if it's a promise or not.
I wish that I could say that I knew the answer to that question, but I have absolutely no idea.
Yeah, I don't know either. But this is why I use TypeScript, because I shouldn't have to know. The content of the file is newer. Okay, that's interesting. Well, don't save it. Index. Okay. So we'll put that here. Initializing. All right, so we're gonna have to wait like 20 seconds, maybe 30 seconds.
The wait. But yeah, so that should give it. But so that's that. The cool thing is, like, if this is in fact working, which we should see in a second, it really is that simple. It's like literally the thing about feature flags is, like, I really do genuinely consider it to be this super cool, like, Swiss Army knife in this, like, software development toolkit of, like, you want to test something out and you don't want to risk everything breaking around it, like, wrap it in a feature flag. And if you've got a fast enough system that can turn it off, then there's almost no risk to you.
Yeah, that's actually what we did on desktop. Our feature flags weren't controlled via a service though. And I guess this is for other folks. Like, let's say you're the broke man's feature flags.
Yep.
You'll create a constant somewhere, so it'll be like const is enabled or something like this. Enabled. It'll be set to false, or maybe you control it to based on the environment variable or something like that. And you literally just say if is enabled, and then feature code.
Yeah, exactly. Environment variables are huge, right? Like, people use that constantly because you might have, like, your environment variables separate from your deployments, like you're using an N file somewhere else, or like anyways. So yeah, it's super, like, you don't need a service like DevCycle to do it. It's just like, if you want to do it at scale and you want to do it fast, that's really the big thing, because it'll, like, update in real time. We basically have constantly have our server talking to your application, sort of looking and waiting for there to be a change on DevCycle and sending information to it. So awesome.
Okay, so let's it's not enabled, right? Yeah.
No, it's not enabled
Okay,
yet.
sorry. So let's get ready to enable it. Let me move this to here. Wait, that didn't do what I wanted it to do.
Is that better?
No, it wasn't on your end. It was on my end. So I want to get this kind of organized a little bit, so that, because you said that you should be able to just change it and I won't have to do anything. So
Yep.
I'm looking down here to see if we're going to get any type of anything, because it says something is connections open.
Yep.
So let's move this out the way. Can we? I wonder what happens if I click X. Does that close this? I think it does. I'm not going to click it. All right, go ahead and do it.
All right. And so I'm going to actually set variation off for everybody else, but I'm going to add a new targeting rule that's specific just for Chronos. I'm going to add a definition, user email or user ID, I guess.
Contains, or I guess you could do that too.
Contains Chronos, and I'm going to say that should serve variation on. Schedule should be there. I'm going to save. I'm going to move this up because it goes in order. So I'm going to click save, and then yeah, it should be off for everybody except for any user ID that contain Cronus.
So I did get a
And-
message here that says
Okay.
successfully saved config to local storage.
Awesome.
So then I would, unless I had some code that responded to that event. So I imagine that there you have like a lifecycle event or some hooks that
Yeah.
I can respond to. Okay.
Yes.
So because I don't have any of that here, I just got to refresh.
Yeah.
And we see initializing OneSignal. There's one thing that maybe we should have did before then to really confirm that it is working, but we'll just trust that it is. We'll send a message now. So we'll come on messages and let's just redo this. Wait, did I do retarget? Oh my gosh, sorry. The Zoom window is like in the way.
There's so many things that are going on right now.
Okay, let's
keep any of this straight.
It'd be easier if it wasn't slow as
as anything. Absolutely.
All right. We'll maybe get that to work. Maybe. There we are.
Hey,
sure.
Nice.
And this is, I just want a different message just so that like, if I look in this, I see a message, I'm not, okay, all right, yeah, this works.
All right.
So then now to test this again. Actually, no, it's already initialized. I was going to say the best way to test this again is to, let's just test it again. So disable it and then I'll just refresh and just hope that because I think the subscription's already here, so I don't think it's going to go away.
All right, so I'll save it. So I changed it to off.
All right, so integration is not enabled. So I think we're still going to see the message, and here's why. We have the subscription already, so long as that subscription is there, it doesn't matter if the feature flag is there or not. At least that's my assumption.
All right, do you want to find out? Are we going to enable it again?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm trying to do it. It's
All right, and so just before we send this, we're disabled right now. So this feature flag is disabled, so it shouldn't show up.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but it will. I think it will still show up. So we'll
so my targeting rules are disabled right now. So I have it totally turned off, so it shouldn't show up at all.
Well, what I'm saying is that I don't think that the initialization matters anymore because we've already created the subscription, but we'll see. So we'll say this maybe will work. All right. So before I do that though, I'm going to come over and just, refresh this just to confirm. And then we will send it. Yeah, see, it'll still show up because we already have the subscription. However, if we were able to respond to the event and say, okay, once we receive this event, then we need to disable it or delete that subscription, then we could do that.
I like that. All right, listen, this is our biggest win in 3 streams, Will. This is like our biggest win if we actually got DevCycle working with OneSignal. We just needed to abandon React. That was our Achilles heel, was React.
No, I think that's always the solution. Abandon React.
Abandon React.
Yeah, oh man, ever since they've added hooks and use effect is a terrible abstraction. It's I don't know what they were thinking, but it's really terrible, and it's a leaky abstraction at that, which is not great. A lot of developers, especially newer developers, who are getting it. When I say developers, I think most new people are going into web, and they're likely doing React. They have a tough time with it because I don't know, it's
hard. And I mean, this is the thing, right? Is I had this conversation with somebody recently who runs like a training program for like engineering students and students that are interested in going and studying engineering. And they were like, what should we use? And I said, don't use whatever you want, but like, don't use React. And they were like, nope, that's what industry wants. They want React. So they used React. And I don't know.
I mean,
feel like
React isn't like, so when I learned React, it was the class, like they had the class life hooks or life cycle or whatever.
Yep.
So like it was, I mean, yeah, it was painful, but at least it was explicit and there wasn't any like magic or whatever.
Yeah.
Hooks seemed cool, but like now there's this, the order matters, which is weird. Like that's just weird. And then there are other like little edge cases that a lot of people don't think about. It almost forces you to learn how React works over how the web works.
Yeah.
Which I'm not a fan of.
Listen, this is why. So I fell in love with, or I think I told you this before. So I tried to develop PHP years ago and like didn't really fall in love with it and went a different direction. And I came back to PHP about like a year and a half, 2 years ago. And like the PHP ecosystem is booming right now. Like they are huge. And one of the big reasons is they have created this two, like, so that you have Laravel as like your framework that you're using, and then somebody created something called Livewire, which is just like an abstraction of Ajax. And then while doing that, they needed to create a new kind of JavaScript called Alpine.js. And it's just like this beautiful, like easy to understand, not adding this level of confusion and order and all that confusion. It's just like so simple and easy and true to like building things for the internet. It's amazing. And
that's actually how Svelte is. It's almost like what we're doing here is you have a script tag, you have HTML, you have CSS. There's none of this other like, oh, we have a virtual DOM where we're going to render your entire app and then we're going to go off and do diff parsing and then figure out, like, it's just so much effort.
It's so much extra stuff. So I love that we've gone back. I love that we've actually got a functional thing in there working. Obviously, we need to play around with the lifecycle hooks, but that's like a pretty doable thing. Let me just go, hold on, docs. I don't think this is necessarily a thing for today, but going JavaScript SDKs, usage, where are you hiding? Get all features, tracking events. Yeah, variable updated. Like there's lots of things that we can kind of focus on here. But I'm just pumped that we actually got something working today. I feel like this has been a long time coming for us to actually get this up and working and live. So I'm over the moon.
Well, what we'll do is we can do that in our next stream. I know we are slightly over. Apologies for that.
No, I'm sorry.
But yeah, it was good to get some progress going.
We got it working. I feel like the first two were just us figuring out style. The real key here was you started driving well. That's really the like moral of this story. I'm here for moral support, really, that I'm here for technical support.
I think it was just getting rid of all the other.
Yeah, the React removal was definitely the way way to solve our problems.
Yeah, but I mean, even then, like I gotta, now that tells me that I gotta put in a little more effort to try to make sure that our React stuff is simpler, given like, you know, like there are so many edge cases and, you know, you never know where someone's using React at. And when Next came around, that made it even, I don't want to say, it made it more complex or more complicated. Because
layers
now,
upon layers.
Yes, because now it's rendered on the server and on the client, and then it's checking to see if they're consistent, and if they're not, issues happen. Or, you know, you have a client-side SDK, which is dependent on client-side DOM, which doesn't exist on the server. So then issues happen because of that. And then because React strict mode exists, which is something that we really should be following, where it renders your component twice to make sure that you're not doing anything weird on your use effect hook. Again, same thing. But in any case, that's a lot. So what I'll do is I'm going to stop the share. You know, we're officially at a point now where we can
do something. We can have some fun. We can actually start building some stuff, which I love. Now we're there.
Yes. Yeah, and I think we'll just keep it as a that's like a whatever this kind of thing is. We can just write raw JavaScript.
Yeah. We'll figure all the rest of it out later. We'll do it in Svelte. We'll switch to Svelte in the next one. But I love this. So if you are watching this, I think Will probably has like a playlist of this too. Maybe not. I have no idea. I have a playlist of all these videos on our YouTube channel and also on our Twitch stream. So like you can actually go over and like watch the entire thing from number 1 through this one. If you've got 5 hours just like burning a hole in your life and you're like, I really don't want to use this 5 hours for anything aside from watching Andrew and Will. I'm here for you. I have a playlist for you. So yeah, you can check that out over on the DevCycle Twitch channel, DevCycle YouTube channel. Yeah, and then we'll be back soon. I'm off next week, but then I'll connect with you next week, and we can find some time to find some time in the following week to stream again, because we should not leave this.
Oh, just as an FYI, I will likely be taking some vacation next week, toward the end of the week, because I have some folks coming to visit.
Nice.
So it'll probably I need to tell folks. I just realized when you were bringing it up. I will likely be out from Thursday till maybe like Tuesday or Wednesday.
That's fine. I'm away all next week, so we'll reconnect in October.
Oh, okay. Well, perfect. All right, then never mind. All right, cool.
Good timing.
All right. Well, then I will talk to you later. Enjoy the stream, and
yeah.
All right.
We'll see you in the next one. All right, peace.
All right.